Hello and welcome back to the Gallant Goblin Plays Troubles in Otari. Thank you guys for coming back for another week. How are y'all doing?
Good, hanging in there.
Wow.
Stabbing Jack.
Got yourself another kobold this week.
I'm gonna change it up.
Different week, different
Different
kobold.
week, different kobold.
I do like that one. I like the little shield. It reminds me of when I was a kid. I don't know if y'all did this when I was a kid. I used to always grab the garbage pail lid and pretend it was like Captain America's shield and run around with that.
Oh yeah.
I didn't
Did y'all-
get to.
You didn't get to?
No, I have brothers. They got it first.
Uh,
They're all like a foot taller than me. Even the younger one.
What was your like role in the play? Like what did you have to do during play? Did they like
I was
give you jobs?
No, I was just the one who climbed everything.
Just to get away from them?
Yeah, I had to be on their height.
So that's why you always play goblins and halflings.
I'm a tiny person.
You want to be like a Goliath or something just to kind of try something different?
Nah. I'm good.
That's fair enough.
Goliath
Good.
that doesn't get any pets and
Wow.
No.
Always with the pets. Yeah, we had
for pets in the city. I actually meant
Listen.
to do that.
That is, I still haven't gone to get work yet.
That's true. You still
Oh,
have
that's
I
true.
haven't gone to do
You're still in
work.
the middle of it, yeah.
And part of it was to get a hopefully goblin dog.
Okay. Oh boy. So we can just jump right into it this week if we wanted to. What I was gonna ask you, do you want to tell us a little bit about the shirt you're wearing today?
Yeah, so last week we talked a little bit about favorite characters we've played, and I mentioned Fergar. And Benji here actually had this shirt made for me this past Christmas. And it says, "Kiss me," and then on the bottom it says, "I'm a dragonborn sorcerer." And this is some art that Benji actually had commissioned of my character. So I thought it was funny. We had a discussion specifically, and I was like, yeah, I even have a shirt for that character, and so I wanted to wear it, show it off this week.
Which,
have
in
some fun with it.
juxtaposition to our characters in Otari, our characters in that game are best friends.
Yeah,
Um,
and
I
like way
love
back.
They go back. They're like pirate buddies.
Yeah.
Um,
So
who
it's
like feed off of each other's kind of chaotic energy.
yeah.
But
So
not quite the same here.
Little
Interestingly,
different.
it's interesting.
and we'll get into that
Yeah,
dynamic
there's,
today. I
there's
think.
a yin and a yang here.
Because I was
Yin
going
and
to
yang.
ask you too, because last week was a lot of NPCs, a lot of new NPCs.
Yes.
And we talked about your favorite characters that you've played. Have you had favorite NPCs that were maybe just randomly created in your games that really stole the spotlight and were a lot of fun? And kind of what about them like grabbed your attention so much? Anybody jump to mind?
A number, honestly. I think, it just boils down to, for me, DMs, honestly.
Yeah.
When we played the one in Candlekeep Mysteries, you had a really fun character. I'm trying to remember their name. But it was the main person. I guess I don't want to give too much away.
Oh, you can go watch that too if you want to.
Yeah.
Keep Deconstruction. The Dragonborn head of the place?
Yes.
Okay.
And it was fun. It was kind of all of the characters kind of leading up to it you just did a really fun job of we're like, what could possibly be going on? Because there was just such a fervent mission from all of the NPCs is I think a safe way to say that without spoiling too much.
Yeah.
And it's that was really fun. And then in our Count of Strahd campaign, I think probably my favorite character in that is Babalai Saga. Just because she was intense, and weirdly in our campaign was probably more lethal than Strahd himself by the end.
She's a high level.
Hands down.
Yeah, and I think what it was is we ran into her really early, and we thought we could just go for it.
Yeah.
And we learned that lesson.
We learned a hard lesson, and then she came back,
Yeah.
and she placed a Gaius on me.
Yeah.
One of those
Yes,
curse
yes.
spells
One
or
of the things
whatever.
that nobody knows how to pronounce.
And it was on
Yes.
my character, and I became very interested in a very specific task for a while
But-
that I didn't know why. I thought, this is such a good idea, guys. We should do
We
this.
should go do that. That's
But
great.
But our GM again just
yeah,
made it was so fun from just kind of the richness of her character
Yes.
from him, and it was
Yeah.
really cool.
yeah, it was really good. I it's funny. So and I guess we should shout him out. We have found this guy through Tabletail Games. We connected to him from before they were even together, but they're great DMs there, and they do a great job. And later on, we finished Curse of Strahd, and we've been playing this same campaign, but we've gone on to Eberron. And the NPCs that jumped to mind for me were in Eberron, and there's a few there. There's one little town that I just remember. Curse of Strahd, some of the NPCs, a lot of them are just they're like, described as like hollow husks of people because, their souls have been sucked away. Yeah. So it's like kind of, there are some fun ones, but for the most part, I was like, these guys are all okay. Mm-hmm. And then there's this one little town in the middle of Eberron where it's like a Western vibe. Yeah. And every single NPC in this town, I just like... Every time we met someone, I was like, "Oh man, this is such a great character." They're like a little bit wild. They're like always into like some crazy stuff. They're like right on the edge of the Mournland. So there's lots of fun stuff
That's good stuff.
that all the NPCs there, just the little like Western town people. They were a lot of fun.
We need like a whole Western campaign.
Yeah, I'm definitely
Western's
I'm very into it.
Throw
Yeah.
the twang down a lot. That'll be fun.
A little steampunky Western something.
Yeah.
You guys have anybody that comes to mind? Any NPCs that grabbed your imagination?
We usually play our NPCs in our games, so.
I mean,
there
NPCs
anything?
I haven't played. I really liked Harshnag.
Harshnag.
I enjoyed Harshnag.
That's a few. Way back in the day.
Harshnag sticks around. You play Storm King's Thunder, right? No. Harshnag is a frost giant member of Force Grey, one of the defenders of Waterdeep, kind of an adventuring party there. He is a neutral good or chaotic good frost giant. And
he was my best friend, and we left him to die.
He saved you. He offered. I mean,
Listen, Fenny doesn't see a difference.
Y'all were like level 6 or something. I don't remember. Level 6 or
really
7,
low.
And an adult blue dragon attacked you all, or an ancient blue dragon, I think it was. And so you would not have survived.
No.
And so Harshnag sacrificed himself to fend off this dragon while you guys made your escape out of this temple that was collapsing around
desert
you.
or something.
Yep.
Tomb of the Desert.
Noted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one back in
Meta.
My character
Yeah.
really is upset by that.
I think you might have had a little flash sideways into maybe
We did.
a little bit of a hint that maybe Harshnag isn't quite as dead as you.
Yeah.
I don't remember what you found out, but
Well, coincidentally, my favorite character that I play as now an NPC, I always try to Easter egg Gallock into any game that I do.
Gallock is your druid in my campaign.
That we talked about last week.
We had a one-off where he was a bartender on an island paradise.
Oh yeah, I love that.
He's currently he's a bartender again, isn't he?
In Ryan, he owns an inn. He's a retired adventurer.
There you go.
Yeah.
So he's playing the essentially level 20 version of himself.
Oh, that's great.
I have a whole new thing we can talk about for banter next week, but just like finishing a campaign and then having those characters be NPCs in the next campaign as high level, like not deity, well maybe deities were like kings or queens or sergeants and generals.
Yeah.
Like that's what's great about Pathfinder is that all these are canonical to the ones that came before.
Yeah.
And
cool.
and they all kind of stick to the timeline. And so a lot of people have played through like Rise of the Rumors and all these things, and so their characters are now people of legend in their current games. And so I love that. So where we are, still building your legends.
Here's
Oh,
a
boy.
legend facing a legend.
One of us is gonna fight Caden Kale eventually.
It's gonna be me.
I am nervous about this. So last week you finished. You began your downtime. Spent some time cleaning out your fishery, getting it ready to be habitable. Your Ollie is feeding you fish while you stay down there. Some of you went to get jobs up in the city. What did you get your job doing?
Corwin took a job in the lumber mill in the big wooden circle, as he likes to call it, and he met just an incredibly gracious and impressive. I would dare say that Corwin would call him his first real inspiration for fighting and just his first role model. Thank you.
Yeah,
just
like role model.
his first one that just really connected with him, and just like a simple, in an unexpected way, a harsh halfling man without an arm.
Hewk, the colossal
Hewk the
lumberjack.
colossal, and I mean, talk about a colossal personality.
And he sees the good in you, and he sees your worth.
God,
so great to be recognized.
It just feels so good, and he paid me well. It's like he paid me. You know, it's like I feel like I've had to pay a lot to deal with the people who tried to mentor me at this
You
point.
can see your work.
I can see my work.
Yeah.
He doesn't talk down to me.
No.
He meets me where I'm at. He meets me at my level.
He looks up to you.
which is impressive. I wouldn't say he looks up to me.
Literally.
I was about to say, if I had
Yeah.
goblin gold to give you, Theo.
I just feel like, you'd say that, but I look up to him.
No.
Like,
It's a mutual.
Yeah.
You kneel down so you can look up to
I
him.
lift him up and hug him.
He
We
lets
hug.
Terry hold him up.
We also met a couple of other people who
Right,
worked at the
right.
lumber mill.
Roy.
We didn't meet
Right.
Brenda. Brenda's still off screen.
That's right.
She does the scheduling because there's more than one company that does the has rights here.
The HR?
at the- yeah.
She's the
I was
HR
gonna tell you.
person.
Can Brenda be very like Janine from Ghostbusters?
We'll see if we meet him. Meet her.
I like that.
What
I mean,
you want?
Maybe go play her. We shall see what happens.
Do it.
Maybe somebody else will play.
There's so many different books
I'm
here.
just the idea
No,
man.
I'll give you my goblin gold for you to do that.
Oh, yeah, I want Goblin Gold back.
Oh yeah, so make sure you all have your starting goblin gold.
And I'm going to keep
I
it away
said-
from my phone this time.
Oh yeah, it's already caused some phone damage. Don't drop these on your smartphones.
They
Anybody else?
will
Put that
crack.
over
Crack this
there.
one.
They're heavy as anything. Did you all have one
I
already?
need one.
I
You still
didn't
have-
have
I
one,
gave
and
Stu.
I have it now.
And do you need a new
Jack-
card?
Jack
Nope.
needs
Or you
a
got a card? All right.
No, I'm good on
Jack
my card.
needs a gold.
Jack needs a gold. Oops.
I move
Yeah.
up something.
Stop throwing things, Theo.
There you go. And you can earn more. I don't mind you lobbying for gold as well. I was going to tell you too. The Giant's Wheel. Just to give you a little bit of background about this wheel that you're working at. This towering water wheel is truly a sight to behold. With a diameter of 30 feet,
Holy
the
crud.
immense wooden wheel generates the torque needed to power the mechanized lumber mill and turn the treadmill that transports the cut logs. It has belonged to the Menhemes family for generations, but it isn't exclusively used by the Otari mill. The other two lumber companies pay to use the mill, allowing Hewk to keep an eye on his competition. The constant noise of the wheel, you can hear it all around the town. And and the day-to-day operations are done by its foreman, who is Hewk the Colossal.
That's right.
And he made a name for himself as a gladiator in the distant metropolis of Absalom.
Who was the family who...
They're the ones who own
The
it. not the ones who
Menhemes
manage
family
it.
owns the wheel, and they also the
is
mayor of the town,
Mehemes?
Menhemes.
You spell that for me?
Mayor Osef Menhemes. He is the current mayor of town, the patriarch of one of the three lumber companies, and the owner of the wheel.
You say,
And-
what's his name again? Sorry.
It is Osef, Oseph.
Just wondering if I've
And then the last
discovered a crack in the story of a...
Menhemes, Menhemes. Looks like that.
Because Hugh told me that his family had owned the lumber mill for generations.
No, he said his family had run it for generations.
What an interesting distinction.
You know?
You say he's the GM?
Exactly.
Sure.
He's not the
You
owner.
know, the owner just sits back and reaps benefits.
I was trying to find the names of the different companies that, if you care about that, but I can look into it a little bit later. The lumber companies. Okay, so the biggest business in town is lumber. Three families control the industry. The largest operator is Otari Lumber, owned by Mayor Osef Menhemes, operates the Giant's Wheel and the loading flume. Whistledown Cutters is the most financially successful lumber company due to its cunning business sense of its owner, Alemora Inkelholtz. And Churtle Timber is the third company. It's recently struggled due to a combination of poor management, labor issues in its lumber camps, and difficulty with finances. But all three have a not-so-secret enemy in the Kortos Consortium, which is an externally based organization that wants to control the timber industry in Otari and its local communities.
What's the name of that group? That's the common enemy?
The Kortos Consortium is an outside organization that's
Kortos
trying to weasel
Consortium.
it away.
Cool.
Consortiums are always good things, I think, is what I found in life. It's a consortium. They're always up to something altruistic and
Oh,
positive.
yeah, of course.
I mean, you picked the name consortium, so, like, of course you're evil. Shitty.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know anything. The boss just told me we hate the consortium.
And we got to keep the outsiders out of the carpetbaggers.
Yes.
So, where we left off last time, a very nice dinner party was being organized
That's right.
with the 4 members of the party, with Ollie, the so-called scallywag, what you call it, Coatl, and a couple of other people. You had an NPC named Terry,
Right.
one of the lieutenants.
Terry. He's a foreman at the mill.
He's a good guy.
Right.
Seemed pretty nice when I got to meet him.
Shockingly intelligent.
Good value to the work that he did for us.
And he managed to talk Hewk himself into coming down for dinner.
Actually, didn't. That was me.
Terry.
Oh yeah, you did.
And I tried. I thought Terry could do it, but
Terry
I had to go lay down the guilt card. I think is what ultimately won it out.
I think he sees that you need some support. Somebody got your back down there. Nobody has your back in that group.
One might even say he sees a lot of himself in you.
And so a dinner party has been arranged.
Norris, you're cooking.
You haven't even done your work. You gotta finish working before we start cooking.
Oh, do we? Do I need to finish working? Because I gotta do 2 things.
You gotta do your.
Well, let's finish up here. You're the only one we didn't get through.
You did
Yeah,
you did like 20-30 minutes of your week.
Yeah.
About
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Because this dinner party will be the culmination of these 2 weeks.
Right. Yeah.
So I wanted to make sure we got the repairs started and done. And then the other thing.
And we'll say that, the foreman, Terry, was able to come down some time earlier
Yeah.
and oversee the work. So it is going to be, it is a gold piece a day.
Yes.
And the upgrades it takes 6 days to do these repairs.
Okay.
So it'll be 6 gold to get all the general repairs done, repair the deck.
Charity gave 1.
I had given him 1 as a retaining fee.
Yeah.
So if y'all want to decide how you want to distribute that cost.
Was there any chance that the negotiation I had at the mill doing stuff in the off time got us any discount?
Well, let's...
I really tried, y'all. I tried to go for helping.
So what's everybody's gold like? Because I'll give a little bit more because I have 14 gold at the moment.
14. Look at you, rich.
Why don't you give me
I
another
have only
request check, a
7
little
now.
diplomacy request check to see if you can kind of see if he'll be willing to
Yeah, so
give
roll
you a
diplomacy
friend.
check
Yeah.
for Terry.
As the
to
most
request,
wealthy
to see if it's a little bit of
amongst
a...
us.
21.
Yeah, so a little friend of the family. We're going to make it 5 silver pieces a day, so half price.
Oh, baby!
So-
So that's
3 gold pieces
Is everyone
instead of
less
6.
mad at Corwin now?
Everyone's.
I was
and
never
so-
mad at
Listen,
you, dear.
you already dropped 1 gold. I'll do the other 2 gold.
Okay.
That worked out.
There you go.
And don't forget, too,
I-
if you decide you want to
Corwin
go
is
shopping.
just feeling.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you how I'm feeling when we get back. But this is leading up to something big for Corwin.
I do want to check and make sure there's nothing else that any more loot or anything that you might have found, but I think you may have gotten
We
that.
had-
We had those tools.
Well, that's part of what I was gonna do.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm apparently the only responsible one of this group. Because you guys just ran off and started buying things and didn't even try to talk to anybody.
And all the fishing equipment.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about that. I'm going to use that.
Oh, you're going to use it?
I'm going to use that. I'm going to learn how to fish.
Yeah, so one of the storage sets had
Smart.
I was just going to let the quaddle fish for us.
10 sets
I'm
of
going to
fishing
be nice
tackle.
to the quaddle.
So let me make sure I gave you all this.
Okay,
so one of the
so-
storage sets had 10 sets of fishing tackle.
Yes.
Any set could be sold for 4 silver pieces. You got that?
I had it written down. 4 silver pieces.
Yeah, so 10 sets of that for 4 silver pieces each. You got the +1 dagger that you found.
We can sell 9 of those tackle things. We only need to keep 1.
Because we also have some silver cups. A set of
yes,
silver
fishing,
cups.
yeah.
And...
You found the 5 tools are worth 1 gold piece apiece. 1 gold piece apiece.
Piece of pizza.
You found an ever-burning torch.
Yeah,
That's
I
right.
figured you guys were going to keep that, though.
Oh, yeah.
I think we are.
You found the silver goblets.
Yes.
They're worth 20 gold piece altogether.
Mm-hmm. And then there was a writing set.
Oh, yeah. You got a little bit of money around.
Did we get a value for the writing set, though? I don't have one written down.
Oh, and don't forget you found somebody had the hand of the mage, right? That
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
figured
think
we
you
were
might have
keeping
used
the
that,
magical things and selling the non-magical things.
That was my thought. I have a hand of the mage around my neck so I can mess with Corwin whenever I want to. And I think there's a ghost around it.
Hate you.
Listen, I'm just gonna unseen servant you once a day to like give you a huge wedgie every time you mess with him.
The writing set is nice, but it doesn't really have a monetary value.
Okay.
Okay.
You could use it for your dream of a goblin dog. Or is it a writing set?
Writing.
I thought it was a riding.
No. No.
I'm like, that's an awkward way to phrase it, but also maybe you want that?
You can
was
use
very
it for your medical office.
Yeah. When you write down patient notes.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Yeah. You can be that weird dude in the woods that
I mean,
people
how
go
much?
see at the last
Yeah.
when the cheap doctor out in the woods.
Yeah. You make a name
Not
for yourself.
shady.
Probably
at
not a
all.
night hag.
Hopefully not a night
Who
hag.
knows?
Okay,
So,
so
Completely
money sorted
unrelated
out?
note. Can
money
you give me a
sorted
nice
out.
guy
I'm gonna go sell the
costume?
things.
Okay.
So
yeah, it'll take a day to go into town and kind of find places to buy all those things. So that's going to be a day
well, sell them.
to sell all
To
this
sell
stuff.
the
Yeah.
stuff. Okay.
So getting
that'll
in town's
be a
like a
day.
3-hour trip, and
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
that's a day.
Okay. So that'll be one day. I assume I'm gonna do it on the day that I go see him and everything. So that I was gonna do that, and then I was gonna go see if I could actually get a goblin dog.
Get
If
a
I could just go
goblin
buy one somewhere. If
dog.
someone has one that they want to sell, I want my dog.
Or wait, just a regular dog, right? Not a
It's a
goblin dog?
It's a goblin dog, is what they're called.
So wait, does that mean that it's a dog that's ridden by a goblin, or does that mean it's
It is a specific type of
dog that
creature.
Is a goblin? Okay.
Let me. I'll pull up some information here.
It's a
Gotcha.
specific type of creature.
So goblin dog.
Yes.
I'll just read a little bit of the flavor text here.
Yeah.
Goblins' eponymous pets aren't true canines at all, but rather large, blunt-nosed rodents with thin bodies and long legs. As cowardly as they are ugly, goblin dogs prefer to lurk behind the bushes or in
They're
deep
so
shadows,
cute.
pouncing upon lone or wounded prey. Goblin dogs frequently lair and roam in packs, but they're likely to flee from a fight if injured. They are... Yeah. In this small town of Otari, you're not going to find like anybody who has trained goblin dogs or anything that you can buy. That's a
Okay.
very specialized
That's what I was
thing.
wanting to see.
We'll have to go back to Absalom.
Yeah, we can go up to Absalom.
I could also
grab
just
you
go get a wolf.
Or you can try to train something or something.
one. Yeah, that's true.
Or
Well, if I find a wolf and I keep it and I train it, then I can have all my bonuses and proficiencies when riding it.
You may want to look for certain archetypes. If you're
Well, I
interested.
already have the thing to ride it and everything.
Oh, what is that?
It is part of goblin ancestry called Rough Rider.
So you just need to. So
So I just need the mount.
And you just need to train one.
No, I just need a mount.
Oh, that the riding and the training are together.
Because I get like a, what is it? I think
I have got to look up this feat.
it
Yeah, this sounds
says-
sweet.
It says.
I got it right here.
you have
Rough
heirs
Rider. You
going
are especially good at
halfway.
riding traditional goblin mounts. You gain the ride feat, even if you don't meet the prerequisites. You gain +1 circumstance bonus to nature checks to command an animal on a goblin dog or wolf mount. You can always select a wolf as your animal companion, even if you would usually select an animal companion with the mount special ability, such as a champion's steed ally.
Maybe you can find a
So,
wolf in
wow.
town.
That's why I was like, okay,
That
I'm
sounds
taking
sweet.
that. It's pretty sweet,
It's
especially
not
since
yeah.
we're out in the middle of nowhere, but I might do that at a later time, any other time we have downtime, because we need money.
Yeah, we do need.
Maybe when you're out adventuring, then we might
There
come
might
across
be a
something.
wolf, and I'll be like, hold on, guys, I need this.
You're gonna be my
Sounds
friend
good.
I
now.
like it.
You are my friend.
She's gonna roll a 30
So-
to tame it.
I
You can
always
probably, it probably won't take you much time to realize that that's not something that you're going to be able to find like at a pet store.
Yeah.
Um,
I would go to like, I don't know where they
Literally
sell
every
horses. What are those called? Stables. Stables.
There you
That's
go.
a word.
That's the one.
That's the word.
So it is 6 days to make a general repair, working with your foreman.
Yes.
So you kind of be there to kind of supervise. What else? How many days do you have left then?
So
Those-
that would leave me I had 13, 12, about probably 11 days.
Okay. What do you want to do with this last couple?
So for those last couple of days,
Oh,
I'm
no,
gonna-
it was 12 days or 14 days total, right? Yeah, okay. So
but I took a day to clean and then
a day to
a
sell,
day to sell,
and then 6 days for this.
and then 6 days for this.
So that's 8.
8,
So you got 6 left.
6 more days.
Okay.
So for those 6 days, I will just go ahead and go to a different bar than he did, and just sing for my coin.
there's a couple of bars in town. You can go to. There is the. I lost it. Okay. The Crow's Casks. Is that the? No, that's the one that you're at, isn't it? The
Yeah.
Crow's Casks. There is.
What's a Crook's Nest? What was it?
I mean, unless you want to
Yeah.
buy his stories to sing to other people.
No.
That would be so
I mean,
counterintuitive.
listen, he's
I
already
like
told
that.
me most of them. I could just
like that
steal
as a
his
concept.
stories. I'm just gonna sing your stories even though you didn't pay me.
Oh, good. Okay, that's canon though. She said she
I'm
would
sorry,
sing-
what are you doing?
She would
I'm
sing
gonna
my
sing his-
exploits.
I'm gonna sing his made up
Okay.
stories.
She's been writing them down secretly.
Just so- but
There you go.
I'm not paying you for them. Or
I'm gonna hear
like,
these stories somewhere and be like super
and I'm gonna
triggered.
change the name instead of Brash. It's gonna be like
No.
Dash.
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 It's
Dash.
gonna be Dash.
Dash the dastardly.
I'm gonna be in like a tavern and be like, wow, this is a catchy song. I have a
There's gonna
story
be somebody
just
walking down the
like
street
that.
singing it.
Yeah.
In case you.
I really want to roll like a 1. in
I
this fortune check.
fought a frost giant exactly like that years ago.
Oh, strange.
Strange, so strange.
And in case you need to know about certain things in town,
That's amazing.
the gathering place, you have the Crow's Cask, the Crook's Nook,
That's it.
Crooks.
Crooks Nook.
is a large wooden structure that's also a bridge over the Osprey River, and it's a cheap place to get a room for the night. The Otari fishery, as you may have noticed, opens up between an hour after sunset to an hour before midnight, and she allows a lot of sailors and laborers and travelers to come in, have some snacks and drinks, and just kind of have a place to gather and have a good time.
We should open up a
Totally. That's where we started our adventures there for that night.
Yeah.
There's also the Otari Garrison, was the headquarters of the guards there in town, and there's a place called the Rowdy Rockfish, which is surprisingly the quietest and quaintest of the town's
How does
taverns.
this town operate with so many different bars?
There's a lot of
Lumber
bars.
town.
Logging and fishing.
Shipping, I would
Is it
imagine.
what? Something,
That's a
what? Can you
lot
say the
of
last one
bars.
again?
The Rowdy
What's the
Rockfish.
population to
Rowdy.
support this kind of
Yeah.
Yeah, what is
The
endeavor?
population of Otari. Can we get that kind of read?
I think I have it.
We should know this.
I mean, I'm sure they get
Towns have
people
stat
from.
blocks.
Oh, excuse me.
So,
From like
Hold up.
fishermen from
Yeah,
different
yeah,
towns
yeah.
who stop in.
Well,
for
and
the
like if
night or
it's a
whatnot.
lumber headquarters, like I mean, people are going to need that, and you can send it upriver.
The population is 1,240.
okay.
60% human,
Okay.
8% halfling, 7% half elf, 6% elf, 5% dwarf, 5% gnome, 3% half orc, 2% goblin, and 4%
Yeah.
other.
I'm a statistical minority again.
Got a little goblin population in there.
You do. So yeah, those are some places that you can go work at if you want to. Did any of those jump out at you?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the Rockfish.
Okay, the Rowdy Rockfish.
Rowdy Rockfish.
All right. So the person who runs this is a dwarf named Brelda Vinkervale.
Bro.
Brelda.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I need to visit Scotland so I can just get down to the Scottish accent. I need to learn how to learn accents. We're gonna have a conversation sometime. You can teach me where to learn accents. Well, I'll let you lead this off. What do you do when you walk in the door?
I'm gonna look around, see that it's more of a quiet kind of place, and I'm gonna be like, okay. Still happening though. There's some peoples. That's good. Okay, I'm gonna go look around, walk up, check and see if there's any goblins around. Make sure I'm not gonna get immediately thrown out.
You walk into the place, and despite the sign on the door has a rockfish with his fins up in a boxing pose.
Ooh.
Is what it looks like. But you walk inside, and it is very calm inside. It is like a tea room.
Ooh.
It is very unlike its name. You can't imagine any brawls ever breaking out in here.
Sounds great.
And the dwarf woman walks up, and she is very nicely dressed, and just very proper. And what do you say?
So I'm gonna. Where'd it go? I'm gonna go up to her. Sorry, I was double checking what my instrument was, and it's...
Throw up a fish.
I'm gonna just have a fish in my hand. I have fish.
Bring Ollie with you.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and sorry, I'm just trying to find what I grabbed for my thing.
And so you're looking for work here to earn
Yeah.
income eventually?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I was gonna look and see and be like, if I had. I'm gonna go with
figure it
I have like a loot.
Yeah, we can retcon it later if we need to.
Yeah, I don't remember what I had in. It's taken a moment. So I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna bust it out and be like, I just want to play some background music for tips today. Just, chill out. Some really calm Zen kind of things. Maybe some arpeggios. Something simple. Nothing too.
What's your name, dear?
Oh, I'm Gana. Nice to meet you.
Oscar. Pleased to meet you.
Pleased to meet you.
Well, you come to the right place.
Okay.
We like to have some music, but we don't like to have any of the drums or the...
Oh, no. Too much.
It gives me a headache.
Oh, poor thing.
Keep it down.
Sorry. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you want to sit up in the corner,
Oh, yeah.
I can... No,
Sorry.
This is more of a spoken word kind of establishment.
Just very erratic.
Can set you up in the corner. Work yourself for tips. I ain't gonna pay you. You play well enough.
That's good.
The patrons will pay you.
Sounds great. I'm gonna put like my...
I can't hear you, dearie.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Speak up.
I'm gonna go ahead and go over there. Thank you for the opportunity. I just...
All right, that's enough. Go set yourself up.
I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna put like my coat down.
Well, don't make a racket.
I'm gonna put my coat down so I can like not be like clinky coins if people give me money, and I'm gonna like drop a couple of silver in there so it looks like I already have money. Pro tip: don't just have an empty tip jar.
Yeah.
Gives more money that way. People
All right.
feel bad. So I'll have a couple of silver in there, and I'll just sit there and I'll just play some instrumental music for the
All
time.
right, just none of that Magnamar noise.
I don't even know what that is.
Bless your heart. All right. Only Al Cortez music. I don't like any of that stuff from over the sea or anything. Just keep it local.
Cool.
All right.
And I'm just gonna play whatever I know how to play.
All right. So you're doing earning income. We're gonna use a nice little calculator here. What? So we'll say to just
Think
play.
bardcore. What is really
Bardcore.
Bardcore.
For this task, okay. What level are you looking to do? I'll say you can either do you can do up to a level 3 task.
Sure.
So you want to do level 3?
Yeah.
Okay, level 3 task. And you've got, what did we say, 6 days left to do it? Is that correct?
6.
Okay, 6 days. All right, go ahead and, are you an expert at performance?
I am not.
Oh, really?
Mm-mm. I decided to be better at nature instead of getting expertise.
Okay, so you're trained proficiency, level
Yes.
3. So it's going to be a tough roll.
Mm-hmm.
You sure you want to do a level 3 task?
Why not? Go
Okay.
big or go home.
All right.
You got gold.
I already have money. This is just to get extra money.
Okay.
I'm not
That's
paying
true.
for the repairs.
This is just just a little side gig.
Well, you did technically pay for a little though.
You put a down payment.
Yeah.
Let's see what you got. We haven't even gotten to the dinner. We're like an hour in. We haven't gotten to the dinner yet.
Ooh, that's a 4 plus 9 is math 13.
13. All right. So. No, you can use it if you want.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Why not?
You can do it. We've
What'd you-
had
what
a
was
good
that
run
roll?
with Goblin Gold lately.
What?
What was that roll that you got?
13.
I mean, what was your roll?
Oh, on the dice was a 4.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you rolled that crap.
That is a nat 20.
Ooh.
29.
29, and I click the natural 20 button. That's here.
Oh, snap.
All right, level 3. You're
That's
trained.
So sick.
So in 6 days, with a crit, you earn 4 gold and 2 silver pieces.
Holy crap!
Thank you.
Half
6
half
days.
the time.
Not even.
Yeah.
Not even.
Not even
like
half the
6
time.
days. Yeah, I spent 14 days and I earned 7 gold.
Yeah.
If you'd been an expert, you would have earned even
That's
more.
awesome.
So yeah, 4 gold, 2 silver.
Jeez Louise.
Moneymaker.
So we are on our last day of your 2-week downtime. It's time to have a dinner party. What preparations have gone into this dinner party?
Well, the place looks great. I mean, I think we can all
It's
agree
cleaned up.
that it's so clean.
Everything's been patched up.
That's
I
right.
mean,
That's
it's
true. The
fixed.
repairs have
It's
taken
done.
place.
it's not messy.
Terry's been working. His whole team's been working. They've been working very hard.
I'll buy a nice bottle of wine.
That's a silver piece.
Cool.
I also bought food that I did not ask, but I thought that my boss would like. It wasn't fish because I heard that he didn't like fish.
Yeah.
But I'll go like one step above that because I was trying to
So
not spend all my money.
that's the boar that we've had for weeks.
I want to spend maybe like.
Yeah.
I'm eating that.
Well, you tell me what the price are. I don't tell you what I buy.
Sorry, what were you, you're looking to buy some food that's not fish? You
I
said?
just went to a butcher and was hoping to
Okay.
buy some better meat than
Some-
fish.
A good cut of beef.
Yeah, I was trying to see if there's any particular place in town to get some stuff, but I don't necessarily, without having to go back and check. Yeah, you can just get some fresh boar or pork or beef if you want to. All that's good. Oh, there's the market here.
Okay.
The Otari market is an open air farmers market.
Perfect.
1 part log cabin trading post, and it's a one-stop shop for basic goods.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I will. I want to buy 2 things at this point.
Okay.
I want to buy hair gel.
Okay.
And I want to buy pork
Okay. That's what it does.
because I'm really trying to impress at this dinner.
And it's this is a specialty of the store. It is a barbecue sauce, and it's also a hair tonic. And so yeah, you can use for
Perfect.
either one.
You can baste
Yeah.
while you
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
Buy 1 pork butt, get a bottle of
Hair
sauce.
tonic barbecue
Right.
sauce on
Yeah,
it for
yeah.
free.
It's a product launch they're doing.
Enough for
It's,
6.
it's all about marketing.
Excellent. You do know, by the way,
It's a
this guy
saucy
let you
butt
know
combo.
on the sly. You ever find any wolves out in the forest? Find some wolves. He'll sell you good money for the pelts.
Nice.
So
Figure
make
out-
sure any wolves you come across, I want to take them out.
When I figure out what a pelt is, I'm gonna bring it.
Why do you
He's not a trapper. You know, that's
But wolf pelts can
I
bring in
don't
some
know
good
if I have
money.
any pelts, but I have like plenty of like fur attached to the skin of the wolf. So.
Yeah, you can sell that part too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Maybe you give me like I'll sell for half or something.
Yeah, I'll give you half price. If you get a pelt, but just get the skin with the hair on it, it says half price.
Nice. I think I can get that part.
All right.
I know I've never seen a wolf pelt before.
That's fair.
I'm a barbarian who's never seen a wolf pelt before.
Definitely has, just doesn't know that's called a wolf pelt. just the skin with the hair on it.
Is that like that's what the wolves wear to keep their pants up?
Yeah.
So what we're going to do at the end of this dinner party, by the way, is we're going to turn it a little bit into a
I think that
mechanical
deserves a
thing.
gold.
There is a skill in this game, or not a skill, but an action you can take called Make an Impression,
oh, that's right. Yeah.
where these people are going to have, generally towards your party, kind of an attitude. And depending on how you do on your check, you can raise or lower their attitude.
Okay. Are we gonna get to role play it a bit?
Yeah, oh yeah. And then it's going to be modified by the circumstances as I see fit.
Oh, I gotcha.
So we'll see how that goes. And these people can be either helpful or obstacles to you going forward, depending on how this goes. So let's tell us a little bit more about how you prepared for this dinner party. So you got the meat.
I've
Clean up
barged
dishes and
in
wine.
with the hair gel barbecue sauce and the pork. I've gone to Norris and I'm like, I've got this. And if we find any wolf hair, I forgot about what I can do with that. But if you find any, let me know and I'll figure it out again. But will you cook this pork, and I'm gonna use a little bit of this sauce, but then I'll bring you the rest.
Sounds good. We need some spices, maybe. Go to the woods, find some rosemary, maybe, or
I don't know anybody named Rosemary, but if you go do that, I'm gonna go get ready.
wood.
And like
You
I
need
leave.
wood
Oh,
for
I
the
have
fire.
wood. I have wood. In fact, I brought a little with me.
Okay.
So here's some wood.
You could start the fire, and I could go look for spices.
I'll start the fire, and then I have to go do
Gel
my
up your
hair. I have to do my hair. I gotta go jump in the water. The boss is coming over, and I want him to be impressed. So just like be cool.
Freshwater deer, not the salt water.
Just it's grades my skin and makes me feel clean. When it's salt.
Just use some sand.
You know,
And then I dash to go get the wood, and I'm
you know what might also help with the hair gel? If there's still some ooze left, you could put some of that and like get a black sheen to it.
It'll make it shiny and dark.
yeah, totally buys into that and goes. So he's running
I
around.
specifically told them not to clean up that room, so just in case we wanted to like do stuff with the ooze.
Cool. I I'm running around doing these errands that I've
Okay.
committed to.
All right. How's Brash preparing for this?
Brash is like, so just like self-absorbed, I guess, that he's like, oh, a dinner party, fun. This will be wonderful to make new friends in town.
Yes.
And just like distract, like totally unaware of the details.
Pretty sure going to Primp and Prep himself anyways, just to make a super good impression for no reason.
Of course. He's just like, oh, this is gonna be great, and again, setting stuff up. I think Brash is probably we haven't discussed rooms, but I think wherever Brash is staying, he's really tried to get that straightened up and like looking really nice and like much more like home. So because he's like, oh well, when we have people over, we'll give them like a tour, and then when they see where I live, they'll say, wow, they'll be so jealous. They'll be like, wow, this is such a nice place. This guy, he's really got it made.
And I have the biggest room.
Yes.
I already called dibs on that one.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the biggest room.
No, that's not a bedroom.
I mean, we had
It's
it
not a
cleaned up.
bedroom.
They could have moved.
I
both
called
around.
the big bedroom.
The little goblin.
That's
I
technically
need
the biggest room.
Yeah, that's
I call
that's
the
kind
big
of like
bedroom when we were
a
fighting.
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
dining room.
That's
area.
fine. That's totally cool.
Yeah.
This
And
is our
yours called Dibs on the Office.
this is our game room. This is where we go to
Play
to
D&D.
jam.
I just can't be in
Pathfinder, yes.
this. I can't be in the ghost room, but I'll take any other
What do
room.
you mean?
The ghost room
We're
is-
gonna try to
the
be
ghost
part
room
of
is
the
the guest room.
Pathfinder Society.
Ghost room is
There you
guest room.
Yeah.
Ghost room, guest room. We confuse what we call it sometimes. I'll take this room. Is everybody cool with that?
Yeah, I guess I'll have the one right next to. Oh, this is perfect. I'll be
Then
right
we
next
treat
to Ollie.
Yeah.
Ollie and the
Ghost.
Ghost.
Ollie has a room.
That sounds like a sitcom. Ollie
And I'll
and
just
tonight
stay in
on
there.
Ollie and the
We'll
Ghost.
have like a little
Yeah.
a little military cot in the corner.
Or like
This is
a Murphy
perfect.
bed.
It's the infirmary / my bedroom / the office.
Yeah, I'm
multi-use.
I'm gonna just fix my room up and make sure that everything is again like looking really tidy, just so we can make a good impression.
Say eventually you could probably end up hiring an NPC crew to actually run the fishery to actually turn it into a business if you wanted to.
Ooh, that would be sweet.
I mean, we
Use
did save all
somebody
the
kind of-
outbuildings.
Yeah.
So something to keep in mind.
We can make this
So-
one room.
I think it's time for the dinner party.
Dinner party!
Is Ollie coming to the dinner party?
I am going to invite Ollie to the dinner party.
So we'll have to get some fish.
Wants to. Oh,
We'll
I
ask
already
Ollie
said I was
to
making
bring
fish
some
stew,
fish.
so.
Okay.
She is able to bring all the fish she can eat herself to the dinner party.
Does she want the fish cooked? Do you want us to cook this
No,
fish?
she's
though?
fine.
Okay.
So, you are waiting for Hewk and Terry to arrive at the party
I'll
any
go
moment
get,
now.
I'll go
Do you
get
wanna-
some flowers or something to make the place look nice.
You're all there around the table?
Yeah.
Do you want to prepare who's coming?
Just a brush. If you can just make sure you don't say anything.
Like, say anything like what?
No, I just period.
Anything at all? Oh, my dear boy, when have I ever been able to hold back from telling a good tale or spinning a good yarn?
You know what? That's fine. I think you're going to be really impressed by the boss.
Oh,
He's a cool dude.
wonderful.
He's
That's-
a very nice man. Missing an arm, though.
Yeah.
Interesting.
He's,
How did he
thought.
lose it? Did you find out how he lost it?
Say.
He's never mentioned it, but I know you might
He
like
is
him.
a bit of a colossus of a man, though.
Yeah, he is just
Quite impressive.
It's very.
Why did we even invite
Reminds me of
him?
my old
It's
husband.
very. Yeah, he's like
Oh,
just cool. He's
Is
just
there-
cool.
I wasn't here for. Is there a purpose we invited this man over?
Oh, we're thanking him for taking care of
Right,
Corwin.
we've got. Yeah,
It's
I mean,
okay.
basically the
Have
repairs
you
are
not
half
noticed that
off.
Corwin wasn't here for the past week and a half?
I mean, he
2
got a
weeks.
job.
2 weeks.
Well, I don't
Thanks,
meddle in
Horace.
his affairs.
Hey, I feel like I'm hampering on that part.
I mean, we all had things to do. I had my job. You had your job.
I got half off for this repair.
Yeah.
I know.
I am so impressed with you, my dear boy.
You did so good.
Whatever,
You should
Rex.
be saying thank you to Luke. Oh, I'll go get the jar.
No, I've got it. I just like spike, spike her, and like run around,
It's just like, ah!
like you. And I just kind of like football push you back.
Stiff arm.
Yes, never
like a
run
high school.
around,
I don't know
which
where
was the
from.
long way to go instead of just going through. But I just like,
I don't even know where the front door is.
Yeah, and open the door.
Isn't the front door over here?
Yeah, I'm assuming they've come from this way. I don't know why.
Corwin runs through the back door.
Well, this is the back. This is the back door out to the ocean. They're coming from up there. We
Yeah,
all
Corwin's got it. Corwin's got it.
Good. So, Corwin, you open the door and you see, first of all, Hewk the Colossal wearing his shiniest scale mail, like full scale mail, shiny and polished. He has his hair pulled back into like a ponytail.
I think I got whiplash, guys.
Just these. He still is holding his axe in his hand, but now it has like this golden like sheen on it. Like he must have polished it up.
It's just
He's got this
ceremonial act.
He's got this golden gauntlet on his other hand too to match. He just looks ridiculous and it's shiny.
Hey, boss, man, impressive. Just look really impressive.
Colin, thank you for having me.
I've used the gel and slime to it's like clearly on my head. like it's in my hair, but it's like just like sweated down to like right on the halfway down my forehead. Yeah,
Drips.
yeah.
Good.
So the guys
Don't you look dashing
And then
today?
like blonde hair, it's just like it's sort of like, oh, thank you, boss.
Terry is behind, wearing your finest leather armor.
You see here, Hewk, all this work we put into here. It's a great job here.
You
Really
look great,
appreciate
Terry.
you having us.
Here, y'all come with me. I'm gonna.
At that point, I'll open this door and be like, oh, slower next time. Ow.
Oh, you guys know Gana.
It's good to see you again.
Oh,
Good
you are
to-
so shiny.
Nice to see you.
I like the shinies.
Thank you for cooking for us tonight. It's been a long time
Oh,
since
I
I've had.
don't cook my food. That's Norris.
Oh, well, I appreciate you putting this together for us either way.
Sure. Yes,
So
that's what I
happy.
did.
I've heard so much about your companions. I want you to introduce us.
Oh, come in.
And just I think you should just meet him. It's not much worth really mentioning one of them, and Norris is cool.
I feel like Terry would have met essentially all of us because he was the foreman around,
Oh,
working
Terry,
there.
Terry would have.
Terry
Yeah.
knows.
So I'm just like, Terry.
Yeah, boss. They're a good crowd here.
Hewk walks through the door and just stops
Nice.
and meets eyes with Brash.
Right here. He's on the deal level.
Need to pull out a
Well,
It was there's two of them.
my eyes must be deceiving me. Dear boy, do you know this man who you've brought to us?
Colwyn, you did not tell me that Brash the Trash would be here today.
Good one, boss! Oh, that is so
Can't
good!
believe you.
Crash the trash!
What are you doing here?
I can't believe you've brought this platinum sword here. This
Platinum is the most expensive kind, you dope!
Why it is? Go ahead and ask him about his platinum sword. From all of his exploits in the gladiator pit, all those stories he told you.
Hey, Norris.
Colwyn,
Go make some popcorn. I think this
how
is
do you
good.
know this
Just
turncoat,
eating pieces
this
of pork, just like.
cowardly, just
Wait.
waste worth of a man?
Wait, you know each other?
Why?
He
yes.
is the laughing stock of all of
The
Absalom.
laughing stock. But if I'm the laughing stock, you're the butt of every joke that's ever
You
been
were
told.
defeated by a dire badger.
You came to run down here because you couldn't even stomach getting in the ring after a flesh wound.
You put your tail between your legs and ran back to the gate when the earth elemental the size of a small rock accidentally poked you in the shin.
You would think that was the size of a small rock only because you're too blind. You've never even seen an earth elemental. You don't know what they look like.
You trip over your own tail.
It's okay.
You are not worthy to be in my presence. There's no wonder you got run out of the gladiator coliseum.
Run out of the
Let me see your
I-
pins.
I-
Did you win any pins?
You two! That is enough! No! Don't you dare start it, Brash!
This is a good party.
Boss, you want to sit down or?
We are here for a good dinner.
Good on.
Terry is correct. Sit down and don't say anything.
I am.
Colossus.
He just kind of sits down,
Sit down, Brash.
glaring across.
Sit down,
Well, I
Brash.
guess I'll have a seat. I wish that we had another table so I didn't have to sit with this.
Brash!
Oh, I'm sorry.
So I heard this song in town the other day. It was about this guy named Dash. You guys heard about this
Oh,
guy?
that was me.
Interesting.
I've been making some songs. It's great. We
So
are here.
brash.
I've taken whatever alcohol is on the table with no concept of how like much alcohol is appropriate to drink and just started pouring wine into like the biggest goblet on the table. Just like drinking it and just like watching.
I'm
like,
letting him
madness.
No, he needs it today, Bip.
All right, brash. All right.
You worked
What
the job,
do you-
you're a man now.
No, not necessarily.
Why
But he
you
needs
come?
it today.
Did you come to Otari just because I was here?
I would never. I had no idea that the likes of you were skulking around here.
Corwin, how do you know this fool?
He's
Well, yes, Gordon. Why don't you tell him about our relationship?
That makes it sound inappropriate.
I think they're related or something, right? Is that the story?
Basically.
Is that his dad? I can't remember.
Stepdad.
He's not my dad.
Parental unit.
He's not my dad.
Oh, true, yeah.
He's not my dad. He's just dating my mom.
Oh. All right, I understand. You had no choice in the matter then.
No. If I could take any of it back, I would.
I understand. I don't blame you for that.
He's just he keeps forcing all these stories on me, and it's like you both fought in the gladiator pits, but I didn't even know you worked in the
Ooh, can I
gladiator
know your
pits.
stories too?
Oh, absolutely. I'm happy to tell you all about my exploits in the pit. Did I tell you about the time I single-handedly brought down a manticore?
Wait, no, don't.
Lies. Lies. That's all you'll get from him. That's this
Single-handedly.
platinum pin fool.
You spent your time in the infirmary. You were always injured or complaining about your
Oh, that's
foot,
where Norris was from.
your flat arches or
I
something.
mean, Corwin
To
just
be fair,
has
both
like
of you were in there quite a bit.
just a mental collapse of the situation.
Norris, it is good to see you again, friend.
And just
Your arm's healing nicely.
Ah, thank you very much.
I'm just gonna take my axe and cut the table in half.
Oh,
And I'm gonna just go. It's already gonna. And then I'm gonna run out of the room.
You know, she'd be like, oh no!
Yeah,
our
cool.
table!
I'm
Classic-
gonna run and
classic
shut
you.
myself in my little shed.
Classic Hewk shows up and ruins a dinner party. Can you believe it?
What have you done to the young man?
I'm just mentoring him. Nothing. Just bringing him up and showing him the ways of the world. And I promise, I'm keeping him safe. I promised his mother I would keep him safe.
Oh, just like you kept that young half-elf safe that you mentored last. You remember what happened to him?
He all the stories are all false. He ran off with a fine young maiden and
He
is
ran
living
off in the mouth of a wyvern.
that is purely speculation. We never actually saw the women.
He's never
eat
been
him.
seen again.
Yes, well, precisely because he ran off with a maiden.
Just holding my bowl of
Listen.
soup. Just like,
Someone needs to go after young Corwin. He's clearly upset.
Oh, I've already gone by now.
Going to see him or just
Oh, I
upset?
would have gone with Corin.
Okay.
You go ahead and play that out.
Yeah,
Oh.
we're just gonna continue. back and
Oh, but on
forth.
my way out, I would have cast magic missile and hit both of them.
Holy
Up my dinner party.
really?
Yep.
Things have escalated. All right.
So you both just take a d4 of damage.
So, pew, pew, boom, boom. And so, yeah, okay. And he falls back out of his chair, taken by surprise, and just stands up. He's like,
I'm already leaving. I did it as I was leaving.
and just looks at the door, and he pulls his other axe out of his hand and dashes toward the door and says, "Brash, what was that?"
Hewk, it got me too. What was it? Is this place haunted?
and we do have ghosts here, you know.
I like the idea that Norris and Terry saw it, but saw me do it, and they're just like, "Yep, ghosts."
Yeah. Ghosts.
Or did you tell the old crook Jacob where we were?
Why, I would never.
Is he still chasing
I don't-
you?
He's been chasing me for years, but you know he could never find me.
Maybe he found out.
Why, no, never.
Did you ever tell the story?
I told it. What story haven't I told? And I turned to Norris. Norris, I haven't told you the story of the time. And I mean, I'll go into the story of Jacob if you want.
No, we don't tell the story of old crook Jacob.
I mean, you gotta do it.
You
now.
can't come in.
You go search that way. I'll go this way. Make sure the place is clear.
Corbin, it's
Alright.
only me, sunshine.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna sit right here then.
I just want to stay in the shed.
Okay, can I sit in front of the shed?
Fine.
Okay.
It's just like
Uh-huh.
I thought he was cool, and now he's just like Brash.
Oh, honey, all men are the same.
Is everyone gonna be this douchey?
Whenever they're a gladiator, pretty much. That's their job, hun.
I guess he said he was a gladiator a lot, and I just ignored it because I wanted him to be someone that I wanted him to be and not who he actually was.
Oh, babe, yeah, that tracks. That's okay. I'm not mad at you about the table. Don't
Thank
worry.
you. I don't know what to say. I'll fix it. I've been working in a lumber mill. I can probably fix it.
Yeah.
And if not, I'll ask Terry to send someone down.
You
and
know,
I'll
I
pay
know the
for it.
guys didn't say anything, but you did really good helping us out.
I like
You got
to
a lot
think.
of stuff down. Oh, God, I didn't even have to go and work too long to make sure we had the money for it.
Yeah, I mean, I was pretty impressive in that in a little over 2 weeks I made 7 gold.
Yes.
No one else made 7 gold.
No, I didn't make that much at
No,
all.
you didn't.
No. Yeah, but you know what?
What?
I'll tell you a secret, but you can't tell Norris either.
Okay.
Have you been hearing the songs about Dash?
Yeah, I mean, and all the guys come back talking about Dash all the time.
I stole those songs from Brash.
What?
So, yeah, they're his stories. I just
No!
changed the name.
Nice! So that's like they don't even know it's actually Brash.
Yeah. So he's gonna claim all these stories, and everyone's like, he just said his name was the similar, so he took it.
Yeah, so you're so smart.
And, you know, I got this time.
Thanks for having my back with all
You
these
come-
assholes.
You know, that's what.
I've embarrassed myself though. I can't go back in now. I just feel like
Well, do you
I
want
should-
some soup? Norris made some pretty good soup.
Terry and I are like culturally we hold our bowls and we eat.
You
so
don't
when,
have one.
so when the table smashed, we were just like,
Ollie's just up in
Good
the
soup?
corner, kind of looking around, like eating her fish, and just like.
Yeah.
everyone else is just like, boom, like tacoed in the
like,
table.
And I guess
Humanoids. Ugh.
Hewk and Brash have like left, and so it's just Ollie and Norris and Terry.
Can we hear that real
Yeah,
quick,
let's hear
please?
that. Let's hear that.
Right, so the soup's pretty good, eh? Is this what kind of fish is this? You know here?
It's sea fish.
Mm,
It's
I caught it.
right,
And-
lovely.
and pork. There's pork in there too. Odd combo, but it's
I catch all the fish here.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Isn't it delicious?
It's so nice.
It's got-
Thank you.
They can't catch fish for anything, but I catch all the fish.
You look like you be real good at catching
Oh.
fish here.
You have good taste. I like you.
Oh, thank you. It's
Oh, smell me!
well, of course.
That's just my natural pheromones.
It's her kind
I don't
of
even
thing.
wear any perfume. That's just me.
Fascinating. I tell you what, I never met anyone like you there, Ollie.
Oh, I like this one. Is he also a member of your adventuring party?
He's just the foreman. You know, he makes everything look pretty.
He's
Right.
4 men?
Right.
Yeah, there's
Mhm.
foreman.
Right. Been working around here a few days.
There's 4 of you in there.
Well, not exactly. It's more of a job title. It's like when
And then he just goes into like the hierarchy of a construction crew and just launches into like an 8-minute diatribe about like.
Bored now!
Keep flying away.
yeah. She just flies out the window. I'm just yelling that.
Just I'll come in like wiping
She kinda
tears
does that.
and like slime and barbecue sauce out of my mouth. Which I'm crying as much now because I have barbecue sauce in my eyes as I do have actual tears, but I'm just following Gana back into the room with these guys.
Hewk comes in the room and says, I don't know what that was, but I think we're safe for now. They must have gone away. Colin, can I speak to you for a moment? Can we talk in the other room for a moment?
I mean, I feel like I've heard enough.
No, come here. Let me have a word with you.
Okay, fine.
Colin, I apologize to you. I did not mean to come in here. You just don't know what that man is like.
Dude,
He's so arrogant and boastful.
yeah, but he's not all that bad. I mean, like, I can say that, but I feel like you can't. You're just like him.
What? No, he thinks he's better than everyone else.
You think you're better than everybody
What?
else.
Well, that's because I'm better than him.
Look, he's got a lot of trouble, but, like, he's a good guy.
What makes you say that?
I'm just gonna lean around the door frame and just like thumbs up behind.
Because
You talk about how they
because
treat
even
you.
when everybody else abandoned me, he was like the one who like brought me here, and like,
You talk about how they don't respect you. They don't respect your decisions. They don't give you the magical items that they find under the floors.
yeah, but I mean, you know what? In hindsight, it's just like I feel like maybe I didn't deserve that. I wasn't putting my part in, and I just like maybe my time will come, but it can't be forced. And
It's him that's making you feel that way. He always thinks he's better than you. He's probably saying it to your face.
maybe I just feel like I think maybe I've learned that it's just I'm being too hard on him, and I'm not giving him a chance.
He walks up to you and kind of claps you on the back. He says, "Listen, Corwin, I'll bet you're going to be a good mentor for him. You're going to rub off on him. You're going to make him a better person."
Just kind of shrug it off, man. I don't know, boss. It's like I feel like you're being a little like you're being a kind of an asshole, honestly. And you're like, you may have been good once, but I haven't. I mean, I've seen Brash fight. I've not even seen you fight one time.
Should I invite him to a duel for you? Would you like to see that? Like to see him fight the lumberjack?
I'm gonna lean out the door frame again. No fighting at my dinner party.
I mean,
Yes.
that would be pretty cool, actually.
Corwin,
I mean, that would like
tomorrow.
Listen.
help me emotionally deal with this as opposed to just try and figure it out.
All right, listen. I think that I've probably done enough harm for one night. Let me grab Terry. We'll head on back into town before it gets too late. But maybe we can meet again. Maybe we can meet Otari one day. We can have a friendly tussle.
Wait, you and me?
No.
Oh.
Me and your friend there.
Brash?
Yeah.
You know Brash.
Yeah. Once and for all, we'll see who's really better. But we'll save it for another night. How's that sound?
Yeah, that would make me probably, at the very least, want to make me know who to feel like should be my friend.
All right. Are you all right here? You all right here? You want to come on back and spend the night
I'm
at
gonna
Lumber
go.
Hill?
I've already taken one bath in the ocean. I'm gonna take one more. I feel like I just have a lot of barbecue sauce baths.
I was going to ask you about that.
Well, I think I got ripped off at the general market. I'll be honest with you. I asked for hair gel, and I think they gave me just barbecue sauce, and they charged me double for it.
Oh, no. You didn't trust one of their new concoctions, do you? They get oversupplied
I'm
with
pretty sure
things and they sell it as whatever you're looking for. You say you're looking for floor cleaner, they say the barbecue sauce.
Well, where were you? Where were you when I was trying to make a impression dinner? Anyways, I gotta go.
All right.
So as you guys walk back into the room to kind of gather them, it's just Terry sitting there saying,
Oh, and see, then there's a project manager, right?
Yeah.
And the project manager, he's farming out the jobs to, the foreman, the day laborers, and he's always got the schedule. Oh, hey, Hewk. I was just explaining the business. You know how it goes.
I think it's time for us to head on back to town.
Right. All right.
Left,
Well,
right.
we'll
Sorry,
see
what?
you later. It was lovely. I love the place, and I hope you're happy with the repairs.
You did so good, Terry.
Oh,
You're amazing.
Young lady, though,
Thank
you might
so
want
much.
to look out. There's some sort of strange missiles flying around here. I don't know what
It happens every
Yeah,
once in a while.
ghosts,
Thank you guys for coming by.
Thank you very much. I might just take up some of these rolls to go. All right.
Yeah.
There's some food for the room. All right, goodbye. Door closes behind him.
Yep.
Do you want to roll to make an impression?
yes.
Yeah.
And
Yes, I do, because I can do it on 2 people at once.
and I wanna use my I can use my performance instead of my diplomacy. So
Same.
that's what I'm gonna do.
Because this is gonna be on Hewk. Hewk?
You've
Hewk.
made
Yes,
it. Hewk.
All right. So but people can roll to aid. How about this? So to make sure you kind of maximize this,
Yeah.
who wants to do the main roll?
I have +9.
Yeah.
+7.
I have +8, so you can.
I'll do the main
So you
roll.
can roll. It's DC 20 to aid.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you're
just-
trained,
it's in that skill thing, right?
sorry.
So it's like she's doing a performance roll. I roll performance to aid
Yeah,
her.
you can. You're doing like a make an impression. So your thing is like a.
So I can use diplomacy or performance to make an impression.
Yeah, so
And
it's
I
the same
make
thing.
an
You can roll
impression.
whichever of those you want.
Okay.
But
So
DC 20
It
to
can be
aid.
diplomacy or.
That way you can come and give a group check.
That's a 1.
That's one.
I mean, that kind of tracks for
Woo!
you.
No, that's a natural one. I'm gonna
Drop the
spend
dice.
my goblin gold to read.
All right.
to
Roll that.
I feel like
I kind
sometimes.
of like to. I kind of like
My-
the one in
my
that, that
age-
specific situation.
my
I
age
like
It's
the
like- sometimes it's fun to do the roll, do the dice roll before the role play, so you can tailor the role play to
yeah,
the
I
role.
agree.
Yeah, that's true.
We have to do that sometimes. But yeah,
that
go
would've
ahead and
been a
roll
good
again.
My aid is a 25.
Okay, so you aid. Are you an expert or a trained?
I'm
expert?
trained in diplomacy.
Another one.
Another one.
It's meant to
It was
be.
meant to be.
Meant to be.
That's one in 400 right there, baby. Two
Yeah.
ones back to back.
You did not help make a good impression
Diplomacy or
on Hewk.
perception?
It was in fact the
I did
opposite. I would have guessed.
performance.
Yeah.
My diplomacy is
Oh,
plus
I think
7,
it actually
and
does
performance is
hinder.
plus 2.
Oh man, this is juicy. This is good. This is good fate of the dice right here.
Wait, let me look at 8. But yeah, Norris, you worked together with Hewk. You knew him
I
back
feel like
in
I
the day.
put a better impression on Terry at that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which may wind up being useful.
Yeah.
Critical failure. It's a -1 penalty.
Cool,
So
cool,
they
cool, cool,
they
cool,
ba-
cool.
they
Sorry, you guys.
balance out. So that's not. Did you roll to 8? Are you aiding this?
I don't know if I aided or so much just like
Emphasis.
within the story brought the situation to
Okay.
kind of like a dramatic point.
Crescendo.
And it seems like I've pitted the two of them against them. I'll roll if there's something that I should. Could I just make a roll? In fact, not necessarily trying to aid, but like maybe trying just like to determine how I feel about what's happened. Does that make sense? Like, can I do like a perception roll?
Yeah, perception to sense motive. You're sensing your own motive, or
Yeah, I think perception to understand how I feel based off of like the feelings I've discovered for Brash versus who I used to think was like a hero, but has now kind of been maybe a little bit of a culprit in what I keep Hewk. Okay, yeah. So if that makes sense, I'll just
Yeah.
make a roll on
do
that.
a perception, which is a wisdom check, which tracks,
Okay, great.
and perception to sense motive. I think.
It's 22.
So how do you think he feels about it?
I think if I'm going with my gut in this moment, I feel like I've realized that I've bonded with Brash, but I've refused to do it out of some kind of ego thing. And I was transferring like just that to Hewk, but in the reality, he is the exact same thing, and maybe even doesn't like have my back as much as I actually think. He was just kind of like looking to tell.
You're some labor.
Yeah, like take advantage of labor and maybe do the same thing. Not necessarily all bad intent, but just kind of like I was putting more into it than I thought.
All right, makes sense.
Yeah.
Let's do the final make an impression roll.
All right.
So it's just a straight make an impression roll.
So just the straight roll.
Yeah, no aids to counterbalance itself. Let's see what you got.
Woo!
Nat 20 for 29.
Okay. What that means is that despite everything, you feel like
It was a fun night. Something that they hadn't got to do in a long
yeah,
time.
I think it was some excitement. There's a little danger, and I think that maybe underneath that rivalry, there's a little bit of a shared experience,
Yeah.
and they clearly have a shared history with Jacob, the crook or whatever his name was.
Yeah.
So there's something there too. And when that magic missile came in, I feel like
They both like Surge.
yeah, they were. But I think they probably went back to back.
Yeah.
And they fell into something that maybe they used to have.
Yeah.
Maybe there was a falling out that happened.
I feel like it's big like frenemy energy, like growing up from young gladiators that always need each other's back to being bigger characters on their own.
Yeah.
Like they probably grew out of a lot of those relationships, and they originally respected each other, but then when Hewk is saying, well, I'm the best ever, and then when Brash is saying, I'm the best, they start to feud then because of that. So
So it like just I guess I'll ask. I don't know if this should make the cut or not, but like the fight that they're going to have, whether maybe that has an impact on like, is it a fight to the death or is it a fight of just like honor and respect, that kind of thing.
blood.
Yeah, first blood.
Yeah.
So I'd just be interested to know, like, between her role and just like everything that's happened, like what this fight is going to actually be now.
Yeah, I think probably what they were looking at is just whoever gets knocks the other one unconscious first.
Yeah.
It's just a fight to KO.
They've got their trusted medic around.
Yeah.
They both
Alright.
trust
They'll
medics.
be
So-
fine. It's not the first
But
time.
with a nat 20 impression roll, I mean,
You've moved him from, he was kind of friendly because you kind of had some connections. He's now moved to helpful, meaning that he is willing to help you and responds favorably to your requests. So if you do need help with something in the future, like
Interesting.
he is,
I mean, that's a really interesting outcome, I think.
he's an ally to y'all now.
I like it.
that is really good. Yeah, that's cool.
And so I think now the night will pass. You will spend the night, but early the next morning, you hear at your door.
I'll,
Who could that be? Colin! Colin, would you get the door, boy?
yeah.
I'm there.
Oh, yeah.
Bedrooms.
Yep.
So
I
who
get
answers the
there.
door?
I
No.
did.
Genau. You open the door, and there is a kind of middle-aged woman standing there that you haven't seen before.
Can I help you?
And she says, "Oh, hi. I'm sorry. I know it's early.
Mhm.
My name is Aloria, and I really need your help. And we'll see you next week."
All right.
We just get settled. We just get settled. And here comes the
I'm
adventure.
working off.